Hello, folks. Welcome back, or welcome to the Flyest, Chills, Coolest, most awesome, most amazing channel on YouTube and the internet. Chris Cheers, Fight a Good Fight. We got part of the safety meeting here with us, and we're out for our afternoon adventure with Bowie. We're going to take him for our walkies. We got our bag on our hip. We'll see if he gives us a result. We didn't get one this morning, so hopefully, I don't know what's taking. So I know Bowie, he's got the muzzle on, so it bothers him. I hear it moving now, buddy. It's coming. Good boy. No. Leave that alone. If you weren't such a psycho, we wouldn't have to put it on you. But you scare the other people sometimes. The ones that aren't used to being around dogs. Oh, oh. Hey, he's got his muzzle on too. Sorry. Easy, Bowie. That's Tanya. Easy. What's wrong with you, man? See, that's why you have the muzzle on. Good thing I was holding him too. Scratched my leg a little, but no big deal. You punk. You gotta be nice. You're not gonna make friends like that. That's the lady who was gonna walk you the other day. I know. Okay, sit. Sit. I wonder if he smells the cat from upstairs. Okay, easy. Stop it now. No. I thought the elevator was stopping for somebody. Now take it easy, buddy. It's just a muzzle. I know. Well, if you didn't act like you just acted, oh, now he's got it off somehow. You little punk. Nope. You have to have that on. Put that on. You leave that on until I take it off. Hey, Paul. Or Dave, sorry. I just saw Paul a moment ago. That's why. Okay, easy, Bowie. Easy. Fuck. Jesus. Motherfucker. Bowie. What are you doing, man? Jesus Christ. Under my feet. Holy Mackinac. You know what comes off when we get outside? There's no need to act like a crazy man. Jeez. Sorry, folks. Give me a moment. There we go. We got our first squat. Okay, easy. I know. There we go. Might not like this safety meeting, but we brought it with us anyways. Didn't quite finish it. He might poop. It kind of looks like he's looking for a spot. Kind of what he does when he wants to pinch a loaf. Over here. This way. Oh my Lord. This dog. Oh, another one. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get the stick? Is that ever a nice stick? Yes, it is. So, folks, remember, there's a lot of assholes and idiots out there. They're strategically placed. You usually run into one or two a day. Sometimes you get those awesome days or weeks where you don't see or hear from one all day or all week. But on that happy note, we're not here to destroy each other. It wouldn't make sense for us to be created just to destroy ourselves. So have some empathy. Don't be a sighted blind person. If you see someone who needs help and you can do something to help, help. Sorry about the loud truck in the background. But yeah, like I said, we're thick-skinned critical thinkers here. We have empathy. We like to look for answers to problems, not why the problem is there and ignore it. So yeah, our community and our family, it wouldn't walk by somebody in need of help and ignore them. So if you're like-minded, you're not a snowflake or a Karen, please subscribe, hit the bell notification, ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong. That's like filling the prescription. You'll know when I post something new. Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment below, help our channel to grow. And I know I haven't shown many of them. I'm gonna start including the funky tea stuff on here more. Oh, we got our result is happening. So as you start seeing more of the funky tea shirts, you'll know what you're gonna win as the 1,000th subscriber, or what you get to choose from. Okay, relax, buddy. I gotta pick this crap up now. Get away from it. I know, I see you. Just wanna make sure I get the last part first so I don't leave it on the ground. Oh, well, that's very nice, Bowie. Well done poop today. Easy, bud. Relax. Good boy. I'll go back to grounding myself out. Take those back off. I don't know why I put them on. I'm pretty sure it's because if he gets a hold of one, he keeps it away from me for a while. Like, I got your your slipper. I have your flip-flop. You can't have it. And he'll tease me with it. Uh-oh. Cyclist. Come on, Bowie. Come. This way. He might not have reacted. Best to not have him close to them in case he wants to react. Big metal bar. I know. Well, thanks for giving us a result, Bowie. We appreciate it. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Look, folks. Bowie. Hey. How you doing, handsome fella? Well, aren't you a pretty puppy? Yes, you are. What a pretty dog you are. You're so handsome. Oh, what are you doing up there now? What do you think you're gonna do? So yeah, the new owner of the building's picking on a few of the tenants, the older tenants. We're gonna have a lot of stuff coming up. Some LTB meetings for a few of the tenants. And the more times the new owner loses against an old tenant, the better it is for the old tenants, the worse it is for the new owner. And I even let the guy in the office know, the more eviction notices they keep handing out to the tenants, the worse it's going to look for the new owner. Like, there'll be a lawsuit against them for all the eviction notices or threats to evict. Like, you got to stop that shit, man. Fine. Somebody's 8 months behind, refusing to pay the rent, running a meth lab, destroying the apartment, whatever. Like, it's a serious bad tenant. Yeah, okay. Get some eviction shit happening and get them out of your building. But seriously, folks, people have been threatened with a potential eviction over $2 in this building. $2 short on rent. We've had people that pay the rent on time, and because it takes a minute or two to get to the office and they're not aware that the tenant paid the rent on or before the first, the tenant gets a letter in their mailbox saying, you owe the full rent, and if it's not paid by this day on this month, we will file for eviction. And it's like, the tenant's like, what the hell? Why do I have this in my mailbox? They're saying I didn't pay my rent, and I did. That is harassment. That's emotional distress. That's causing unnecessary anxiety. Like, how about you call the tenant and talk to them? How about you have your office employee go knock on the tenant's door and ask and confirm if they've sent the payment or paid the rent? Or ask your office employee, did they turn the rent in? Oh, they did. Okay, thank you. Something more than just straight to, if this isn't paid by this day this month, we're going to evict your ass. I could use my own situation as an example. Mom asked the former manager or super of the building, is this the proper amount of rent I'm supposed to be paying? And he didn't even look up what our rent was. He just said, yep, you got it right. That's the proper amount. And he was incorrect. It wasn't the proper amount. We had been shorting the rent for a few months, not by a lot, but by a few bucks. And so 1 month after he was no longer the super here, it was a new person. We go in and pay the rent, or maybe he might have still been here at that time. It doesn't matter. We go in and pay the full rent, what we believe is the proper amount. And a few days later, we get a letter in our mailbox saying, if you don't pay 500 and change by the 25th of this month, we're going to file for eviction. You only paid this much of rent this month. You didn't pay the full rent. And we're like, what the hell? We gave you a bigger money order than the amount you're claiming we paid for rent this month. That's incorrect. And we end up finding out, yep, we had been shorting the rent a few bucks for a few months, and we're in arrears for a few dollars on the rent. So that's fine. We're not going to deny that we might have been making a mistake, and we sure, okay, I guess we owe you this money. But to imply that we got to give it to you all in one shot or you're going to evict us, I don't think so, buddy. So, we pay a chunk of it off right away. Here's a good payment. And then I make them sign an agreement. Yes, the old super was still here because he signed it. $60 a month until it's paid off. Huh. Well, this month we got all set up with PAP, which is pre-authorized payment. So they just take the money out of one of our accounts now on the first of every month for the rent. And we told them you can take the rent and grab the extra 60 towards the back rent until it's paid off. And after our rent was paid, a few days later, we got a letter in the mail. You will be evicted if the full amount that was the balance isn't paid by this date this month. It's like, excuse me, we're aware that we owe a little bit of extra rent, back rent, and we're going to pay it $60 a payment at a time. And really, you're threatening to evict us if we don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is pathetic. And we're not even talking half a grand. Like, it's chump change. Like, we paid more in back rent than what we still owe. Like, it's not like we took the building out of pocket yet. Been living rent free for 3 years in the unit or something. Like, geez, we tried to clarify if we had the right amount. We were told yes. We continued to pay that. And then we were told, no, you're not paying the right amount, and you owe this big chunk all at once, and you only gave us this much for rent this month. Like, literally lied on the paperwork about what we remitted for rent that month. Tried to make it seem like we shorted them more than a good chunk of money on our monthly rent. Like, are you kidding? This new owner is pathetic. He really is. And he overpaid for the building. He might have got it for a couple mil less than they were asking. But I can remember when I found out the building had been up for sale for a while. And when I was told the amount they were asking, I was like, I wouldn't give them more than blank for this place. That guy almost paid what I would up front. What I would have paid for this building in full, he almost paid that just as a down payment. But he still owes a good chunk. Never mind. Why are you so nosy? Hey? Yes, you. Handsome doggy. Why do you gotta be so nosy? They're just walking out. They're going somewhere. Who knows where? Who cares? None of our business. None of our business, sir. Nothing to do with us. He's breathing pretty heavy. I'll make sure his water's topped up when I drop him off. Where'd you get that stick? Holy Mackinac. I might as well keep grounding myself out here. I was ready to head in, but fuck it. I'll let him hang out a little longer. We're gonna go do an ice cream adventure. We might hit the beach for a little while, but We're at least going to take little fella out for ice cream. We promised him yesterday, and I don't like changing plans and shit. I hate when people say, well, we'll do this, we'll do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and they're like, oh, it's raining, or oh, I stubbed my toe, I can't come today, it'll have to be another day. I hate that crap. Drives me nuts. So we told him we would, and we will. Yeah, forget it, Bowie. He doesn't want your stick. Nobody wants your stick, bud. You're not going to make friends that way either. No friends for Bowie. There's one of our tenants, he's a customer of mine too. He bought 12 shirts or 15 shirts off me for a custom order. Yeah, I've got a couple contracts from the building from tenants. It's nice. I enjoy what I do to make money. I work smarter, not harder. Some people like labor-intensive jobs and stuff like that, but if I can make money moving a t-shirt from A to B, to me, that's money. I can make money online, however, that's easy money to me. And once you start getting to a point where you've got enough money to park and ignore, then you start getting what's called passive income. So because you invested it in a place and you're just leaving it there, every so often you get a little bit of money in your account. Here's some money because you got money parked over here. And so that's sort of, wow, she's not bad looking. From this side of the street anyways. Okay, easy, Bowie. Fuck, man. No. I was going to throw this in their receptacle because I just like the idea of them having to throw out Bowie's poop after I put it in their thing. But fuck it. Get rid of it now. What do you think you're doing, bud? Nice bikes. Ouch. Fuck, that hurt. Motherfucker. Okay, we're gonna start heading in, bud. I've had enough. Starting to sweat. Kind of poked my foot there. Wah, wah, wah. Big whiner. Okay, let's go. No, leave that there. I'll get it from him at the door. The rocks and concrete are easy to get out of his mouth compared to the textiles. Socks or whatever, he holds those harder. Okay, stop right there. Sit. Stop. Sit. 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 Be a good boy. Sit. 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 He used to be better at listening. I know, buddy. I don't like doing this, and I know you don't like having it. But until you are more well behaved, it is what it is, bud. There we go. Okay, let's go. All right, folks. We're gonna tap out now. Oh, that's nice. The door is open. I'll grab him by the harness in case someone's at the elevator. Okay, part one done. Oh, I see what's going on. There's an elevator in service. You're not getting it off, so stop. Sit. Sit, bud. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. You're all gangsters and gangsterettes, rock stars, backup singers, lead guitarists, all the rest. Get yourself some bowling shoes and get out there on the lane. Start knocking them pins down, hitting some strikes, winning some free turkeys and feeding your family. That's my plan. I've been shopping for my bowling shoes for a minute, and I'm gonna pull the trigger and buy some. It's a great activity, indoor, both summer and winter, and fun for everyone. All right, peace out, bless up. I'm gonna tap out. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Cheers. Peace.